welcome back to another episode. Now it's back to club football, and it's obviously atop the top 5 leagues. And yes, there's some quite exciting fixtures, not just even in the Premier League, but I also think in the Italian league. If you look at that league, pay attention to them. Really pay attention to them. But let's just start off with the Premier League, where it's match day 7, and yes, it starts off on Saturday with Leeds United hosting Tottenham Hotspur. I think that game is going to be quite interesting because I see how this Leeds United are moving. They're moving funny, really funny. So I don't know. I feel like if Tottenham are not to their very peak, when I mean peak, I mean defensively, this Leeds United can beat them. And they're playing at home. They have their fans behind them. That's Elland Road. It's not a joke. So Tottenham has to be ready to defend well, very well, to be able to get any result at all. But I do think that if Tottenham are able to keep the consistency up with the way they've played in Premier League and even the Champions League and even other competitions so far, they might be able to get 3 points. If not, worst case, you end in a 2-2 draw. I do think those are the possibilities. But Arsenal obviously hosting West Ham United. The good thing for West Ham is that they've signed Nuno Espirito Santo, and I think he's a very good coach, a very quality coach at that. I feel like he's someone who will get them playing, to the standard we've known West Ham to play. Graham Potter I didn't understand what he was doing with that team. And so now that even looking at the game, his first match against Everton, which was on Monday, they played out a 1-1 draw. So I am quite excited to see what is going to happen. Even though Arsenal are playing so well at the moment, they are one of the best defensive side out there. I think teams are finding it really difficult to beat them. As maybe except for the exception would be Liverpool beating them earlier this season 1-0, but I think that was just a very unlucky one for them because they really did play well in that game. Well, looking at even how they played against Newcastle last weekend, I feel like West Ham is still going to struggle a little bit against them. It will probably be another 2-0 win for Arsenal in this one. They are playing at home, so they have everything in their advantage. And then on Saturday, we have Manchester United against Sunderland. If Man U get anything, probably is a point. I still don't, just a point. I don't even want to talk about them. So let them face whatever it is they want to face, because that Man United squad, including the coach, I'm even hearing rumors about the fact that they want to bring Fabregas to Manchester United. Fabregas is still coach of Como. I honestly don't see how that is possible. Because if I'm going to put Amorim and Fabregas on a scale, I feel like Amorim is even better than Fabregas. And just because he's not performing well in Manchester, I think it's a rumor. Honestly, I don't think it's a rumor. So they probably will still stick with him. Then Chelsea against Liverpool on Saturday. That is one fixture that I look out for because Liverpool lost their game in the midweek. Chelsea won theirs. They struggled at the weekend. Liverpool lost also at the weekend. So Chelsea is playing at home. They have to keep their focus. I know that these two sides are struggling defensively, so it might probably be a draw. And don't forget that the last few fixtures, maybe apart from the second fixture that happened towards the end of last season, that Chelsea did beat them, I think 2-0 or 3-0 or something like that, it might not be the same. Is either one of them wins it with a 1-0 win, or it's a 2-2 draw or 1-1 draw. That is what I see. In fact, I see it as a draw, to be honest, because these two sides are wobbling defensively. So and then on Sunday it's Newcastle against Nottingham Forest. Newcastle should be able to win this one. Nottingham Forest are really struggling. I don't even know what the Marinakis was thinking to sign Postecoglou as the head coach. I don't get it. I do not understand it. But the results have not changed. They're still losing games. That's their problem. And then Brentford against Manchester City. This Brentford side, they were able to beat Manchester United at the weekend. And Man City, they struggled midweek, so maybe that would be an advantage for Brentford that had the whole week to rest. Maybe it would be an advantage for them, but with the quality of players that Man City have, Maybe if they're able to nick that game, maybe it's 2-1. But don't forget that Brentford always gives Man City problems too. They always give them a hard time. So yeah, if Man City is lucky, maybe 2-1 win in that game, but the chances that it might end in a draw. And then heading over to La Liga, it is match day 8. There is just 3 games on Saturday to Real Madrid against Villarreal. Atletico might definitely want to get over the loss that they had, or the defeat they had against Atletico Madrid in match day 7. It was a huge defeat, 5-2. They have to get over that. And the good thing is that Madrid is playing at home, so they have that in their advantage. They are going to be playing a Villarreal side that I think they are also struggling, even though they got a point against Juventus in the Champions League. But yeah, they lost at the weekend, so Real Madrid might win. And then on Sunday is Sevilla against Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona will want to snap out of the defeat against Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, they are playing away, but it should still be a win for Barcelona in this one. And then the last game in La Liga is Celta Vigo against Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid are playing well. I said it that the results they were having at the beginning of the season was just, it was an off thing for them. Diego will get them playing well again, and you can see obviously that they are playing well again, scoring 10 goals in 2 games. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. So they're getting results, and I think it's a good one that they are playing to the standard that I know Atletico Madrid usually plays at. So definitely Celta Vigo will have a lot of work on their ends. And then over to Bundesliga is match day 6. On Saturday we have Bayer Leverkusen playing Union Berlin. That has a draw all over it here. It has a draw, so I wouldn't even dive much into it. Borussia Dortmund playing RB Leipzig. Yeah, Borussia Dortmund will definitely win this one. They've been playing so well, both in the Champions League, and they are giving Bayern Munich a tough time on the league table. They are. So if for any reason Bayern lose any of their matches, Dortmund don't climb table with that, but it's still the beginning of the season, so yeah, no much expectation, but they are playing very, very well, and so I do expect them to win this one. If worst case, maybe he always has a lot of goals in this particular fixture, so I'm not surprised. And then definitely Bayern Munich will be playing away to Eintracht Frankfurt. Do I have to say anything? Bayern will win this one. It might not be maybe 5-something, but yeah, maybe 2-0, 3-0. They will win. In fact, I'll be surprised if American doesn't score 2 goals. So that one is an easy one. And then over to Ligue 1 is match day 7 on Saturday. Meant to be playing Marseille. I think Marseille they've been very consistent in results, picking up 3 points in the league, in the Champions League. Yeah, I do think that so far it's 2 wins in the last 2 games in Ligue 1, beating Paris Saint-Germain and then beating Strasbourg from a goal down to winning 2-1. Yeah, I think they're going to win this one. They are going definitely. If Metz don't defend well, they probably win 3-0. And then on Sunday is definitely Lyon against Toulouse. This should be an easy win for Lyon. Looking at how they edged Lille last weekend to pick 1-0 win, they should be able to win this one. They are at home. And then Monaco will be playing Nice. Monaco for me are up and down. They are inconsistent, so I don't even know what to expect. But they are playing at home, and maybe the result they got against Man City in the Champions League will help them, or it will be some sort of advantage for them, or encouragement for them to be able to pick up all 3 points. But somehow they are still, I think, number 4 on the table. So the other teams around them are also not playing very well, so that helps them a bit. But I expect them to be able to win this one, maybe 2-1. And then Lille will be hosting Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, it's back-to-back win for Paris Saint-Germain after losing to Marseille in I think in match day 5. But it should, yeah, Paris Saint-Germain should win this one. Yeah, it should be an easy win for them. And then Syria would obviously be starting off on Saturday with Inter Milan playing Cremonese. Now, I was saying earlier in this video that Inter Milan or Syria as a league, it's quite interesting to see how top about 3 big teams all share 12 points on the they all share 12 points on the table, so you can tell that the league there is very, very feisty. Like, the teams are not giving themselves a breather. So definitely I feel like, and the games in this particular weekend, they're like a lot of the first 8 teams are playing against each other. That is how crazy it is. They are playing against each other. So I don't know what the results will be. But Inter Milan definitely, I expect them to win against Cremonese. Cremonese, I think number 8 or number 7 on the table. So it's still going to be a very difficult game for Inter Milan, but they should be able to nick this one. And then over on Sunday is Fiorentina against Roma. Yeah, that's a feisty one. If Roma wins this one, it's probably by luck. Yeah. Because Fiorentina are a very stubborn team, especially when they play at home. So, okay. Napoli, defending champions, are playing Genoa. An easy win for Napoli. They have struggled a little bit, and I'm talking of Napoli now. They've struggled, but they should still be able to win. They're playing at home, so yeah. And then the main fixture is Juventus against AC Milan. AC Milan are top of the table. Juventus are number 3 on the table, and they both have 12 points. So whoever wins this one, it's going to be quite interesting, really. To be honest, I don't even know. But okay, let's say worst case, a draw, right? A draw, because as I said, they both have 12 points. And I expect Napoli to win their game. So there's a chance that Napoli might move just top of the table with 15 points. But these two, it's probably going to end in a draw. Except if AC Milan can perform some miracle. Because as I said, they've played, but they even beat Napoli this season. So I don't know. But you know what? Let's just say it's going to end in a draw. Yeah. Let me say it with my full chest. It's going to end in a draw. But those are my thoughts on the games on this weekend across the top 5 leagues. Don't forget to share in the comment section what you think the results will be in the Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, and French League 1. But also don't forget to share with your loved ones. Like the video, share with them, and definitely put on your post notification button to get our latest videos when they drop. But definitely please follow us on all our social media handles, that _official FSH. I will be in the comment section reading all your thoughts. I'm reading that some people are asking me that what club do I support? Oh, I support every club. Me, I'm here for the banter and for the fun of it. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the games this weekend. Yeah, I think after the weekend we are back to international football. The players travel to their national teams to play ball. Yeah, I am excited about the weekend, and yeah, those are my thoughts. I would be listening and be watching and be reading from you guys in the comment section. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy the games. Bye, guys.